Happy day to all. Today we are going to see previous year NET exam question in database management subject. Let's go. The first question is, the ER model is expressed in terms of, what is ER model? ER model is an entity relationship model which is a systematic way to represent your business process, or you defining your business process. The business process may be anything like a student management system and hostel management system, or any business process, payroll system, or anything. So the ER model, it is used to represent the business process or business model. So this is consist of entities, and the second thing is the relationship among entities. Entity means any, for example, in a student database, a student is a one entity and the fees is another entity. So if you want to giving a relation, if the student pay the fees, I will be giving the admission. So the entities and relationship among the entities. Okay, the ER model is expressed in terms of entities, and the second thing, the relationship among entities, and the third one is the attribute of the entities. So all these three will come. So option B is the correct answer. And the second question is, specialization is a dash process. Specialization, there are two types of process. One is generalization and another one is specialization. Generalization means when you are going from bottom to up, that is called as generalization. When you are coming from top to down, okay. So for example, here I have represent in a hierarchical manner. Bird is an bird is some entity. So I am defining, okay, another specialization, okay. Bird, I am splitting non-flying bird and flying bird, non-flying and flying, okay. So when I am defining new things from the already existing one, that is called as specialization. So this is called as a top-down approach. So top-down approach, it is called as specialization. Okay, when you are seeing in a common, so flying bird and non-flying bird, both will be coming under the bird category, right? So that is called as an generalization. That is called as an generalization. So here specialization is a what process? It is a top-down process. The next question is the completeness constraint as rules. So the completeness constraint, that means you are representing the primary key attribute and also foreign key attribute, that is total specialization and partial specialization. If you are representing all the constraint correctly, then it is called as the completeness constraint. So the completeness constraint has the rule total specialization and partial specialization. So that is, if you are representing primary key relation correctly and foreign key relation correctly, okay, foreign key. So that is called as the completeness constraint. The completeness constraint has the rule, that is, it consists of total specialization and partial specialization. The next one is the entity type on which the type depends is called the identifying owner. Okay, so whenever which is not dependent on anyone, that is called as a strong entity relationship. Whenever you are depending on someone, which is called as a weak entity relationship. Okay, so type depends is called the identifying owner, which is called as a weak entity. And the next one is match the following. Yes. In normalization, first NF, second NF, 3 NF, 4 NF, 5 NF. So what is first NF? First NF means no multiple attribute or no atomic value. Sorry, atomic attribute. Okay, atomic values. That is no multiple values. For a phone number, you cannot give 3 values. Okay, only one for phone number column have only one. So that is called as a first NF. And second NF is partial. 2 NF means contains no partial functional dependency. Okay, no partial functional dependency. That is called as an 2NF. And 3NF is no transitive dependency. Okay, if there is any transitive dependency is there, then it is not called as an 3NF. There is no transitive dependency, then it is called as an 3NF. And 4NF means no multi-valued dependency, no multi-valued attribute dependency, no multi-attribute, so I am writing just shortly, dependency. And then 5NF, no join, okay. No join dependency. So you can see now what is 5NF. You can see contains no join dependency. 2NF contains no partial dependency. 3NF multi-valued attributes, no transitive dependency eliminated. 3NF means no transitive dependency. So they are said in different words, that is transitive dependency is eliminated. Transitive dependency is eliminated means there is no transitive dependency, that is 3NF. And 4NF, that is no multi-value attributes or removed. So multi-value attributes or removed. So no multi-value attribute dependency. Okay. So option 1 is D, and option 2 is C, and option 3 is A, and that is available in option B. And the next question is, the entity relationship diagram is a tool to represent, so normally entity relationship model which is used to represent the process and event or customer model or anything, but what actually we are representing there, for example, if you are consisting student database, okay, something, it is a hostel, something. So what in this entity, what we are storing? Student, and then student, what I am storing? Some data, okay, student attributes is student number, name, okay, date of birth and other details. So hostel number, hostel name, block and year, something. So the basically you can say that entity, this ER model diagram is a tool to represent this data model, okay. So by how to represent this data model is the main thing to entity relationship diagram. And the next question is, multi-value dependency among attribute is checked at which level? Tell me. So second NF is no partial dependency, 3NF is no transitive dependency, and 4NF is multi-value dependency is checked at 4NF. Okay. 5NF no joint dependency. Okay. The next question is a window into a portion of a database. Okay. What is window? So this is a schema. Okay. Serial number, name, and many attributes are there. Serial number, name. Okay. Number, name, phone, date of birth and address, and many things are many attributes of present in the student database. Okay. Suppose if I want to see the list, only student number and phone number, okay. So what I am using is a portion of a database. I am going to see only this portion. I want only this portion of this window, okay. This database, in this database I want to see only this portion, okay. That is, then it is accomplished using the view command. So view command, which is used to see the portion of a database, that is called as view database. Schema is the full database. The full database, full record is called as a schema. Query means you are retrieving the fields, retrieving the records, values. Okay, by using the DML command, what we are doing is we are retrieving the records, but only in the view command we are seeing only the portion of a database. Okay. And the next question is, a schema describes. What is schema? I told already. So it is a data elements and records and files and record relationship, and everything consists of this is called as a schema. Okay. The next question, one approach to standardizing storing of data. So we are having some committee which is they are regularizing and they are using some standard in storing of data. So normally previously we are using that MIS. MIS means management information system, that is in Excel and all we are using that, right? So just for storing a data. So after that what we have happening? Codazzial is key. So Codazzial is a approach to standardizing storing of data. So CODASIL is the expansion is Conference Committee on Data System Language. Okay, they are using in a conference. They have decided that we should follow some standards in storing our data. Okay, so that is CODASIL, Conference Committee on Data System Language, which standard is created in 1959. Okay, that is CODASIL. The next question is, in a relational schema, each tuple, okay, each tuple, that is each record, okay, this is one record and this is second record. Each tuple is divided in fields, okay, this divided in fields, right? Number, name. So this is one field and this is another field. So each tuple is divided in fields is called as, in a one field, this field is called as an domain. Number is called as an domain and name is also called as another domain. Okay, so this is domain. And if you are seeing all the details, if I want to see number and name, so this horizontal will be represented as records. Okay. The next question is, a locked file can be used. So why we are using locked file? Why we are locking the file? So whenever you are entering into a room, you are studying in a room, okay, you are locked that room, right? So why we are locking? Others should not disturb, right? So accessed by only one use. So this is also called as a critical section, okay. So whenever you are enter into the critical section, you are locked that file, okay. So it is accessed by only one use. A locked file can, so only one can enter into the room. One can enter into the room or the process. So that is the purpose we are using the locked file. Locked file which is accessed by only one use. They are asking modified by user with the correct password, that and all not correct, and it is not hiding the sensitive. And the next question is, dash points provide a method to recover data that has been delivered but not yet used. Okay, so this is all the which points some points or some data or sending. So for example 10101. So here I have some points at starting and the end. So here I am using some starting and ending of data, right? Some data which is provide points method to recover data that has been delivered but not yet been used. So this is my message, okay. So I am sending for synchronizing some bits. Okay, here I am sending 1 and here I am sending 0. So these bits are called as synchronizing bit, but this bit will not be considered at the deliver place. This will be removed in the delivered place. So this synchronized points will be removed, right? This is not being used. The synchronized points are not used. Synchronized points are not used in delivered place, right? So that is option D. Synchronization points provide a method to recover data that has been delivered but not yet used. So the synchronized points we are sending to recover the data, but we are not using, right? Okay. The next question is, which of the following check cannot be carried out on the input data to the system? So which of the following checks cannot be carried out on the input data to a system? Whenever you are inputting a data, okay, for example the question asking enter age. So I am entering 35, okay. So this data, so at that time what are the check which is not cannot be carried out? So consistency check means whether the given data is number, okay, and it is asking enter age, so the age must be a number data type, right? So that is consistency check. So consistency check will be happen. And range check, so suppose if there is a mark, so the mark should be entered within 0 to 100. And syntax check, syntax is a programming language which is not checked at the time of inputting data to a system. So syntax check is the correct answer, but because the question they are asked is which is cannot be carried out on the input data to a system. So syntax check is not happen at the time of inputting data. The next question is analysis of large database to retrieve information. So if you want to retrieve information from the large database, what is the technique I am using is OLAP. So OLAP is online analytical processing. So if I want to do any transaction processing, that time I am using large database it serves to retrieve information. I am using online analytical process. If they ask the question is transaction, that is called as a OLTP, online transaction processing. Okay, the next question is a relation or, okay, the relation, some relation is a some set of table, student table is A and B, C, D, E of some attribute, student number, name and that and all is given with the following set of functional dependencies. There they are given that dependence, A tends to B, AD tends to C, and then which of the following is candidate key. So to identify the candidate key, first of all we have to use this LM or method. Okay, so L is nothing but left side, okay, M is middle and R is right. So for example, A tends to B, okay, AD tends to C, and then B tends to F, A tends to E. So in this, what are the attributes present? Only in the left side, A is present, and B is present one left side also and then right side also. Okay, so B I am using in a middle, and C is only present in the right side, write it in the or column. Okay, D is present only in the left side and E is present only in the right side, so just write it in the or column, and F is present in the or column, so write it there. So now the candidate key will be always lies in the left hand side. So left place, what are the attributes is there? The candidate key also come in this L column only. Okay, so now I am just finding out the A closure. So what is the A closure? You can get using the attribute A. I am getting from A, I am getting B, and then what I am getting from B, I am getting F, and A I am getting E. Okay, C and D is missing. Okay, C and D is missing. So this is not a candidate key. A is not a candidate key. So I am just checking out the next letter, AD. So you find out the closure of AD. So you can get A and then get B, and then from AD you are getting C, and then from B you are getting D, right? So D, and then you are getting E, from A to E, and then F. So all the relation attributes A, B, C, D, E, F. So using this A, D, I am getting all the attributes in the relation. Then it is called as a candidate key. So option C, A, D is a candidate key. So AD is a candidate key. Okay. So AD is a candidate key. The next question, immediate update as a recovery protocol is preferable when immediate update. So when it is needed. So for example, you consider immediate update when it is required. Okay, this is a stock database which is available 500. So person A is reading that and person B is reading that. So database reads more than write. So a person A is reading at that time, C is also reading and B is also reading and C is also reading. At that time immediate update is required? No. Right? So when the immediate update is required, when any person is writing on this data. So when any person is, if B is writing, okay, if B is writing 500 as 600 stock, at that time what I need, immediate update as a recovery protocol is preferable. So writes or when, and under any process when writes are more than reads, at that time immediate update as a recovery protocol is preferable. Okay, so option B is the correct answer. And the next question is, which of the following statement is wrong? The next question is, which of the following statement is wrong? two-phase locking protocol suffers from deadlock, which is true. For example, two-phase locking means here it is option, okay, this is having the resource 1 and here having the resource 2, this process 1 and this process 2. So when I am locked this, okay, if I say two-phase locking means if once it is used, I am locking this, okay. If suppose P1 is want resource 2, I am not able to access that. So this kind of two-phase locking protocol suffers from deadlock. So again I am telling this is one phase and this is one phase, okay. But this process 2 holds that resource 2. If I am locking this, what happens if in this case of if the process 1 requested this R2, it is not able to access. So this will leads to deadlock, right? So this two-phase locking protocol suffers from deadlock, which is the true statement. And the next one is timestamp protocol suffers from more abort. Yes. So timestamp protocol means it is like a token system, number 1, number 2, number 3 and number 4, okay. So they are given a token for each process, and then based on this token the process will be executed. If any one is suffers from abort, then others will also suffer will be aborted, right? So this 2 is right, but the question they are asking is which is wrong. Timestamp protocol suffered from cascading rollback, whereas two-phase logging protocol don't. So this one is wrong. They are suffer from more abort. Timestamp protocol is suffer from more abort. Okay. The next question is, which data management language component enable the DBA to define the schema components? The schema components is represent. Components means what? So what are the elements which is present inside the database or inside the, so components is called as a DLL or dynamic link library. So you are representing all the attributes what is present within the database, which is called as a DLL, dynamic link library. So if I am representing all the components of DBA will become under schema. Subschema means the part of a schema. So here they represent that the DBA to represent the schema component, which is called as schema DLL. Schema DLL. The next question is a subclass having more than one superclass. Okay, a subclass. Okay, you consider this A and this is class B and this is class C. So a subclass C is holding more than one superclass, which is called as an category. This is called as an category. This is called as category. Okay, when you consider this situation, A is derived by B and C. Okay, this is called classification. This is called classification. Okay, so then it is called as an category. The next question is, in DBMS, a deferred update. What is the meaning of deferred update? Means all the log files entries are made first, but the actual updates are done later. Okay, so first the entry for normally in a Word also, what we are doing is, so for whenever you enter, it won't save immediately. It will save in a buffer, and then if you update it, then it will be done in a later, right? So in a DBMS deferred update means all the log files entries are made first, but the actual updates are done later. So that is the meaning of deferred update. The next question is, which statement is false regarding data independence? They are asking which is false. Okay. So the next question is, which statement is false regarding data independence? So which is false? Hierarchical data model suffers from data independence is correct. Suppose for A is HOD and B and C is the professor on this. So B and C should be listen to A, right? So that is true, hierarchical. And in a network also if you are having a hub, so everything have a control over this. Okay, network models suffered from data independence. They cannot act independently by themselves. They should hear the words of hub. Okay, so network model suffers from data independence, which is a true statement, and hierarchical data model suffers from data independence. That is also a true statement. And the next one is relational model suffers only from logical data independence. This is wrong. Okay, because in a relational model, you can, if you want to update the foreign table, you can do it. So there is not any effect in a logical data independence. But relational model suffers only from physical data independence. This is true. But the question here they ask is just false. So option C, relational model suffers only from logical data independence. The next question is, which one of the following tool is not required during system analysis phase of a system development life cycle? So which tool is not required? They are telling which is not required. Case tool we are using, and RAD tool whenever if I want to complete within 30, 60 to 90 days the particular project, at that time I am using a RAD tool, and case tool we are using how to analyze the particular software. And reverse engineering, this tool is used after the completion of the project, right? After the completion of the project. After the completion of the project, if anyone want to redesign or refine the structure, at that time only I am using reverse engineering. So at the time of analysis phase of system development, like at the time of starting itself, I am not using reverse engineering tool. So option C is the correct answer. The next question is, two-phase protocol in a database management system is a concurrency mechanism that is not deadlock. So it is just used for a concurrency mechanism, that is if one is executing, others should not act. So it is just a concurrency mechanism, but by using only this concurrency mechanism, we cannot say that the process is deadlock free, which is not deadlock free also. And the next question is, which of the following statement is wrong? Two-phase locking protocol suffers from deadlock, and the same question asked repeatedly, and this is wrong. Okay, so option C is the correct answer of the same question. And the next question is, a recursive foreign key is a recursive means when I am referring my own table again, that is called as a recursive foreign key. Reference its own relation. Whenever any table is referring their own table, that is called as a recursive. Recursive foreign key is a reference its own relation. So again, a subclass having more than one superclass is called as a category. And this relation is also again the same question. AD is a candidate key, which is already represented. Relation model suffers from logical data independence. A primary key for an entity is an unique attribute. So to identify a particular record uniquely, what I am using is primary key. And the next one is aggregate function in SQL. What are the aggregate function? Sum, count, average, greater, lesser, everything is a function. Okay, everything will come under function. And aggregate function is sum, count and average is called as an aggregate function. And the greatest, least, absolute will come under square root, power, mod. These will be come under mathematical functions. Okay. The next question is, if a relation is in 2NF and 3NF forms, then no non-prime attribute is functionally dependent on other non-prime attribute. Yes. If no non-prime attribute is functionally dependent on prime attribute, then it is called as an 2NF. The question here is, the relation is in 2NF and also in 3NF. And option C is, all attributes are functionally independent. Then it is 1NF. Okay, all is independent means it has an atomic values, then it's called as a 1NF. Prime attribute is functionally independent of all non-prime attributes, then it is also not an 3NF. Okay, so no non-prime attribute is functionally dependent on other non-prime attributes, that is no transitive dependency. So option A is the correct answer. The next question is, the end of an SQL command. Normally any SQL command is end with a semicolon. For example, create table and table name, and so whatever you are representing some data, and then end with semicolon. Okay. The next question is, consider the query, select student name from students where class name equal to select class name from students where max mark equal to 100. So first you execute the subquery first. Okay, this is the subquery. Select. So I am selecting the class name from student where max mark equal to 1. Okay, that means I am selecting any one class, which I am selecting the class which having any at least one student should be, the max mark should be 100. Okay, then only I am take down that class, right? So if you see the list of names of students, so here I am getting only the name of the student. Okay, so here say telling name and class of the student, remove it. So name of all the students of with 100 marks in mathematics, no, name of all student of all classes in which at least one student has 100 marks in mathematics. Okay, so they are saying that all classes who are scoring 100. So I am getting the name list. So option B is the correct answer. And the next question is, a super key for an entity consists of one or more attributes. It no need to be one attribute or at least two attributes, or one or more attribute. It is called as an super key. The next one is, which of the following set of keywords constitute a mapping in SQL? So if you want to map from SQL, select, okay, select star from table name. So they are not used table keyword. This is wrong. They are not used create or in start from table name, where some your condition. So you can map a particular record using this keywords. The next one is, if a relation is in second enough, then every candidate key is a primary key. No, every non-prime attribute is fully functionally dependent on each relation key. That is called as an 2NF definition itself. And its independence prime. Every non-prime attribute is functionally dependent on prime attribute. It is called as an 2NF. Which one of the following is true? A relation in 3NF is always in BCNF? No. 3NF, see if you are seeing. So 1NF, 2NF, 3NF and BCNF. So BCNF is always in 3NF. Okay, relationship 3NF is always in BCNF, which is wrong. BCNF, 3NF is totally different. No, it has some interrelated. A relationship BCNF is in 2NF and not in 3NF. No, it is in 3NF also. So a relation in BCNF, so the BCNF is in 3NF also. That is the correct answer. The next question is, consider the query, select student name from student data where roll number from so first execute the mark. Select roll number from student mark where sem1 mark equal to sem2 mark. So it gives the name of the students whose mark is semester 1 and semester 2 or same. It give all the names and names. It give all the names. So in this, then the second statement, this name of the student whose mark in semester 1 and semester 2 are same. Name of the student means only one student. So this one come very careful. It gives all the name and roll number. It is not giving, I am telling that select student name only. So it won't give name and roll number. It will give only the student name. It gives the name. So here also it gives roll number of all students. Just remove. It gives the name of all the students whose mark in semester 1 and semester 2 are same. So option C is the correct answer. And the next question, a relation or in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 given by 1, 2 and this. This is called as reflexive symmetry. What is reflexive? X is present, X comma X is also will be in this relation. If 1 is there, 1 comma 1 is also will be in this relation. So 1 comma 1 is not there, 2 comma 2 is not there, so it is not reflexive. So it is not reflexive. And symmetric means a comma b is there and b comma a must be there in this relation. That is 2 comma 3 is there, 3 comma 2 should be there. So that is also not symmetric. And transitive, a comma b, b tends to c, so a tends to c. So that is transitive relation. So transitive also not present. So option D, not reflexive, not symmetric, and not transitive, this relation. So option 40 is D is the correct answer. So the next question is aggregation. Aggregation is a what? An abstraction through which relationship are treated as lower level entities. An abstraction through which relationship treated as higher level entities. So that is called as an aggregation. Okay, not treated at all as an entity. No. So aggregation is you are giving some condition and you are going to an higher level entities. The next question, suppose R is a relation schema and F is a set of functional dependency on R. Further, suppose R1 and R2 from a decomposition of R, then the decomposition is lossless joint dependency of R provided that. Okay, first we remember that what is the rules for lossless joint decomposition. If that relation, for example, having a relation R1 and R2, and I am decomposing in a relation 1 into a relation 2. If I am decomposing this R1 into R2, then they are asking whether it is lossy or lossless joint decomposition. So there is a set of only three steps we have to remember. If R1 union R2 equal to getting all the relation which is already in R. Okay, and the second one is R1 intersection R2 should not be null. If your intersection doing R1 and R2, it should not be null. It should be some keyword R1 or R2 you are getting. The third one is you are getting R1 intersection R2 that is equal to either the primary key in R1 or R1 intersection R2 equal to R2. This R1 or R2 which is an primary key of any one of the relation. So this is the rules. So you can check it with the GATE Vidyalaya also, that is you can get all the from the starting itself you can get all the details also. So I am telling the concept mainly. So if you see what is lossless joint decomposition, R1 intersection R2 equal to R1, so this is correct, but the one more condition is R1 intersection R2 is also R2. So this is the condition, R1 intersection R2 equal to R1, which is a primary key of any one of the relation. Okay, or R1. So this is also correct and this is also correct, and both R1 and R2 functional dependency should be there. No. So both has to be there. No, they are giving an OR condition. If any one condition is satisfied, then it is called as an lossless. If any one of the condition is satisfied, then this relation will be called as lossless joint decomposition. So in this you can see that option D, at least one, they are telling the word at least one from R1 intersection R2 gives R1, and then they are using OR and here. So it is at least one and that is equal to OR. That the meaning is R1 intersection R2 equal to R1 or R1 intersection R2 equal to R2, that is in F plus. So option D is the correct answer. The next question is, DML includes a query language based on both relational algebra and tuple calculus? No. Actually, DML includes a query language based on tuple calculus. So DML statements, that is you are creating a DML statement, right? Select, insert, delete, update. So I am creating a query based on what is a relation algebra. I am using relation algebra or tuple calculus. This will be a base for creating the DML statements. Okay, so DML includes tuple calculus, DML includes relational language, and So option 1 is the correct answer. DML includes a query language based on both relational algebra and relational calculus. So option A is the correct answer. And the next question, there exists a construct which returns a value true if the argument subquery is, if there is a subquery, okay, this is one query S1 and this is S2. In this subquery, if it is an empty, okay, you see the option A is if it is an empty, if it will return any true value? No. So when it will return a true value, true when S2 is, when the subquery is returns any non-empty value or any some records, then only it will return true. So there exists a construct which returns a value true if the argument subquery is non-empty. Okay, so option B is the correct answer. So the next question is, which construct in SQL is used to test whether a subquery has, so here the question is, which construct in SQL is used to test whether a subquery has any tuples in its result. Okay, in a query has any tuples. Any means what? Exist. Okay, so which construct is unique means any one. Okay, exist means some. Okay, any tuple. So exist is the correct keyword. You can using that we can construct that. Oracle supports inner join and outer join only. Okay. So this is again repetition, I think. Sorry, the year model is represented in terms of entity relationship and the attributes, and they are telling that functional relationship. One more. So the functional relationships are not represented. The same question asked in a different way. You see, the functional relationships are not representing. They're representing only the relationship among entities. So the year model is expressed with three components. One is entities, the relationship among entities, and the attributes of the entities. The next one is specialization as again a top-down approach. Specialization. Bottom up is generalization. The next one is determinants. Determinants means uniquely candidate key, which is used to uniquely identify a particular row. And first whatever the thing you know correctly, you just mark it. Candidate key, uniquely identify a row. Determinants, group of attributes on the left hand side of arrows of functional dependency. Right? So determinants, yes, for example, A tends to B. So this is called as a determinant statement. That is, B is depending on A. Group of attributes on the left hand side of arrow of functional dependency. So determinants will be come under D. So first one is 2 and second one is B, the non-redundancy. No attributes can be repeatedly added. That is called as a non-redundancy. Redundancy means you are adding the same data item again and again. So that is redundancy, right? Non-redundancy means no attributes can be added repeatedly. So 3 is no attribute can be added. And for functional dependency is a constraint between two attributes. That's fourth is the option A is the correct answer. The next one is a function that has no partial functional dependency. No partial functional dependency, which is called as an 2NF. Just remember, no partial functional dependency 2NF, no transitive dependency 3NF, no multi-value attribute dependency 4NF. Okay, that's it. And this is also the same, but the same one thing is added. Two-phase logging protocols suffer from deadlock, correct. Timestamp protocols suffer from moreover is a block hole in a DFD is a data stored with only inbound flow. This is also true. Multi-value dependency among attribute is checked at When? 4 enough. Right, transitive dependency only checked at 3 enough. So they are asking which statement is wrong. So option 4 and it's not an event model, it's a data model. So option 4 and 5. So with only influence, so this is also wrong. 3, 4 and 5. So sorry, black hole is in a DFD is a data store with only inbound flows, that is 3, 4, 5. This is also wrong. That is a black hole means you cannot see the process inside, that is black box testing. You cannot see the process inside of that. So that is called as a black hole. The next question is analysis of large database to retrieve information. That is we are not doing any transaction, right? OLTP is transaction, OLTP transaction processing. This is OLAP. Okay. The next one is an entity instance is a single occurrence of entity type. So you are representing a single entity, one instances. Instances means one record, one entity. Okay, one student record you are entering. Okay. So an entity instance is a single occurrence of an entity type. The next generalization is bottom up. So A and deriving B and C. Then I am going to commonly I can say that is called as bottom up approach. So and then again 2NF contains no partial functional dependency, 3NF no transitive dependency eliminator, 4NF multi-value and 5NF contains no joint dependency. So you can see, so D is the only thing, no? First one is C, second first one is C, right? Second one is, I think here the question wrong. C, A, this is A. Okay, C, A, B, D is the correct answer. Which data management language component enable the DBM to define the schema component, that is schema DLL. The next one is the project command will create new table that has more fields than a original table. No, using the project command we are going to get only the same fields which is already in an old table. That is project means what? Student number and student name from student. So from the student table I am getting student number and name which is already present in the student table only I am getting. I am not going to add any more fields. Okay, more rows than original table? No. Okay, both are so none of the above is the correct answer. The next question is, in generalization the difference between members of an entity is what happened when generalization has happened. I am minimized that process, right? So option B is the correct answer. The next question is, the dependency preservation decomposition is a property to decompose database schema D in which each functional dependency XY specified in F is a property to decompose database schema D in which each functional dependency XY specified in F appear directly in one of the relational schema Ri in the decomposed D could be inferred from dependency that appear in some Ri. So option C, both A and B will come. So whenever I am decomposing a particular property, it should follow all the relation, one of the relation schema Ri to the decomposed D, and it could be inferred from dependency that appeared in some Ri. So both A and B option will come. Which of the following is an optimistic concurrency control method? Optimistic means validation based. Optimistic means optimistic. Whenever I am giving the data, at that time I am checking. Okay, they will give the correct data. So I am entering 54 So whether I'm checking this is number, okay, that is called as an validation based checking. So that is optimistic concurrency control. Optical storage. So optical storage is high speed direct access storage and low speed, and it is because medium speed direct access storage device, because after optical storage, that is after CD, is an optical storage device. It is not a low speed direct access storage device, or it's not a medium speed direct access storage, high. So optical storage is a medium speed direct access storage device. The next one is, which of the following is a process by which a user access to physical data in the application is limited based on this privilege. So authorization, authentication, if it is true means I will give. So in which process I will give the privilege means access control. So access control is the correct answer. The next question is, which of the following is the recovery management technique in DBMS, distributed database management system? So in this recovery management system, I'm using 2PC, that is two-phase commit and backup. I'm backupping the data, I'm doing an immediate update. So all the above is doing at the time of recovering the database. The next one, which of the following is a process by which a user privilege is ascertained? Okay, so user privileges, that is one can enter or another one can't enter, that is so user privileges ascertained, that is checking user whether that person is correct or not. So that process name is called as an authorization. So very careful, the same question asked in different way. Which of the following is a process by which a user's privilege ascertained? That is authorization. The next one, the basic variants of timestamp based method of concurrency control or so total timestamp ordering, partial timestamp ordering, and multiversion. So all the above will come under the basic variation or basic types of this timestamp protocol. And the next one is, the transaction can include following basic database access operation. So what are the operations which is available in the database? I can read an item, I can write an item. So both A and B, so both A and B, read item X and write item X will be happen in the database access operation. So C is the correct answer. The next one, decomposition helps in eliminating some of the problem of bad design. So at the time of decomposition, eliminating some of the problem of what is the problem. So why we are using decomposing? Because of redundancy, because of inconsistency, because of anomalies, repetition of data. So all the above is the answer. So these problems and all will be removed. Redundancy means repetition of data, inconsistency means the confusions. So if all the details is present in only one student table, it will be confusing, right? So this inconsistency will be removed by decomposing the table from this is a student table, this is a fees table, this is a hostel table. So we are decomposing. So this decomposition helps in eliminating these problems of bad design, that is redundancy, inconsistency, anomalies. The next one, which command class is text file which has been created using set alternate of command. So that is set alternate of. So I am not sure about that. The next one is data security threats include. Data security threats means that is this is a privacy invasion and hardware failure, encryption and decryption. These are all the words which is coming inside the data security. But what is data security threat means? The threat means fear. What is the fear is the fraudulent manipulation of data. Suppose for example I am declaring the stack value is 500 But what happens, the peoples are going and changing the 500 into 5000. So this is the greatest threat fear in data security, fraudulent manipulation of data. So in this no one knows that it is an hardware failure, no one knows it is an hardware encryption or decryption problem, no one knows, right? So this fraudulent manipulation of data is an highest data security threats. Okay. And the next one is, which of the following statement is true when structure of database file with 20 records is modified? So end of the file. So here the giving same prints true. End of file, if this end of file is reached, then prints true. So if prints true means then the 20 records are executed. Okay. So if the end of file is reaches, prints true. The next question is the SQL expression select distinct means duplicates will be avoided. Okay, duplicates will be avoided. Select distinct t dot branch name. So I am giving only the branch name. So from this, remember that this is you are going to get the output. T dot branch name from branch T table branches where T dot assert is greater than S dot assert and S dot branch city equal to Delhi. So all branch that have greater assert than any branch which is located in Delhi. All branch that have greater assert than allocated in Delhi. Then allocated means what? No meaning. All branch that has greatest assert. All branch that has greater assert that any branch. So here also you should careful in this. You see option A and D is looking like a similar. All branches that have greater assert than any branch located in Delhi. Okay, so I am getting the select different branch name from branch where this T dot assert, that is same, the branch table is represented in T as well as S. Okay, so T dot assert is greater than S dot assert where S dot branch city is Delhi. So you will getting all the branches who is having the greater assert that any branch located in Delhi. Okay, that is the correct. All branches. Okay, it will give many number of table. But here you see any branch. So that is one, any branch that has greater assert than any branch located in Delhi. So this is wrong. So all branches, it will give all the branches which is having the greatest assert than any branch located in Delhi. Option A is the correct answer. The next one, in multi-user database, if two users wish to update the same record at the same time, they are prevented from doing by. So when I want to update a particular record, so suppose consider a stock 500. So R want to update it and S is also want to update it. So what I can do, if I want to update it, I can log and update. Okay, I can log and I am updating 600. And then if S is want to update means it has to enter, because if both are updating means it will be collapsed. So that is using a record lock. So record lock is used to prevent the this collision. And at the time of multi-user database. In multi-user database, if two users wish to update the same record at the same time, they are prevented from doing so by record lock. What is granularity? Granularity means the size of the data item. The size of the data item is called as a granularity. The next one. So the next question is, which level of abstraction describes what data are stored in the database? So what data is stored? So what data are stored in the database? Suppose for example student number. So what data are stored in this student number? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So name is A, B, C, D. Okay. So what data is stored is called as a logical level. how the data is stored, that is called physical level. This is how the data, in which memory place, in where it is stored. How the data is stored in, the answer is physical level. But the question is what data are stored in the database, that is logical level. View level is an external level view, that is how the user is seeing the results. The problem that occurs when one transaction updates a database item and then transaction fails for some reason is called as a dirty read problem. One transaction update a database and the transaction fails. So when I am updating a value, but it is fails, okay, so period of time. So before, if I read a, I am getting the same value. Okay, that is called as a dirty read problem. When one transaction updates a database item and the transaction fails for some reason, it's called as dirty read problem. The next question, consider the schema or A, B, C, D and a functional dependency A, B and C, D. Then the decomposition R1 of A, B and R2 of, so I am decomposing this R1 as A comma B and R2 C comma D. So what is the rule to represent whether it is lossless join or dependency preserving? So first is R1 union R2. So if I do R1 and R2, so I am getting all the attributes A, B, C, D, right? So it is satisfied, and R1 intersection R2 should not be null. But if I do R1 intersection, there is no common element in this, right? So this is a null attribute. So this is lossy. Lossy means lossy join, right? So lossy, you can say that lossless join. This is also lossless join. This is also lossless join. But this is a lossy join. Lossy means not lossless. Dependency preserving, but not lossless join. Not lossless means lossy. So here the option A is the correct answer. Dependency preserving. I am getting A, B value and C, D. But it is lossy. So when I am doing intersection, there is a null element is there. There is no common element to retrieve a particular record from the two tables. So it is not lossless. Lossy can be called it as not lossless. The next one, which of the following is true? A relation in BCNF is always in 3NF, correct. Okay, a relation as 3NF is always in BCNF? No, because BCNF is the next stage of 3NF. If 3NF is satisfied, then only BCNF will come. BCNF and 3NF are same? No. A relation in a BCNF is not in 3NF? No, it is in 3NF. A relation will be called as a BCNF. First, it should also fulfill as 3NF. So option A is the correct answer. So in DML, reconnect command cannot be used with. So I'm not sure about this. I'll skip this question. The next one, the user work area is a set of program variables declared in the host program to communicate the contents of individual records between. So host program communicate with the contents of individual records. So host program is communicating, right? So this will come. So and then host program and what? So I have to, DBMS is the overall everything maintained, database management system. So host program and DBMS is the correct answer. Okay, host language, that is you are giving the queries, right? That query is called as a DBMS. Host program and DBMS. The next question is, given a relation position number skill, then query to retrieve all distinct pair of posting numbers requiring skill is. That is, so what, when a relation position, then query to retrieve all distinct pair of posting numbers Here I think some question is missing. Recurring skill should be equal or something like that, it will be there. So the option is here, C is the correct answer. Select P1 dot posting number, P2 dot posting number from position 1 to where this same skill, okay, there is same skill, and the question itself here wrong. I had to give distinct P1, P2. So I'll skip this. That is question error. Okay. The next question: if a relation with a schema OR is decomposed into two relations, R1 and R2, such that R1 R2, then which one of the following is to satisfy for lossless join? I already told what is the syntax. R1 intersection R2 equal to R1, or R1 intersection R2 equal to R2. Then it is lossless. Okay. So and won't come. Okay, and won't come, and this won't come. Referential integrity is directly related to foreign key, which is called as a referential integrity constraint. The next one is third normal form is based on the concept of, already we know, transitive dependency, not closure, not normal or functional dependency, only what transitive dependency, multi-attribute dependency, joint dependency is there. So third normal form is based on the concept of transitive dependency. Which level of abstraction describes how data are stored in the database? How data, okay, the given data is how it is stored in the memory, that is described by the physical level. What data is stored, it is called as a logical level. What data is stored, that is logical. The same question asked in different way. How data are stored in database, that is physical level. And which normal form is considered as adequate for usual database design? Normally we will check up to the third normal form. It is considered as adequate for, adequate means normally we are using for the database design. And the next one is, if D1, D2, Dn up to these are all domains, this is number, name, okay, consider these are all the domains in a relation model, then the relation is a table which is a subset of, if you are creating any table, which is the subset of which one? So which has the highest records you will get. From a union you will get only 2 means 3 and 4 records. If you having two records, okay, here you are having 2 records, so 2 plus 2 will get 4 in a union, 2 only you will get in a union, also you will get 2, but in a product, okay, in an in a full outer join you will get 4 records, right, which is the highest, 4. So option B is the correct answer. The next question: which of the following is not a type of database management system? Hierarchical, network, relational, sequential. So hierarchical is there, model, network model there, relational, sequential model is not there. The question is not a type of database management system, that is D, sequential model is not present in a database model. The next one is manager's salary details are to be hidden from an employee table. This concept is called as an conceptual, no, physical, no, logical, no. External level data hiding, that is user view. Okay, you are storing all the details of an employee, all the salary details, everything you are storing inside the database. That is in a logical level, in a database, in a physical level you are storing in a memory, everything. But at the time of user viewing the database, you can able to see only the user name and the phone number. You are hiding the data, hiding the other data, right? That is called as an external level data hiding. The next one is the project operator of a relational algebra creates a new table that has always more columns than a column, no, more rows, no, same number of rows as the original table, same number of column as the original table. Project. So when I am projecting, okay, so number, okay, I am projecting means pi, right? So I'm getting some set of fields. So you'll get all the rows in the original table. It's okay, because the using project we can get different columns. Okay, so same number of rows in the original table. The next question, the employee information of an organization is stored in a relation employee name, employee detail. Consider the following SQL query. Select department name from employee where X equal to M, group by department name having average of salary is greater than, select average of salary from employee. So here I am getting male. Consider the following SQL. Select department name from employee. So I am getting the departments whose average salary is greater than salary, and the person should be male, right? Average salary of employee more than average salary of an organization. Average salary less than, no, wrong, just greater than. Average salary of employee equal to, no, average salary of male employee in a department is more than average salary of an organization. Okay, this is the correct one. For a database design, the next question, for a database relation or relation A, B, C, where the domains of A, includes only the atomic values, which is in 1 and F. The functional dependency A tends to C and B tends to D holds. That is, AB is the candidate key, right? So AB is a candidate, and I am defining only A here. So that's a partial partial dependency, no prime attribute, and it's also partial, only one prime attribute present here. So it is not in 2NF, which is not in 2NF. So 1NF and not in 2NF. The next question, foreign keys. Foreign keys, absolutely referential, integrative, private, it's an encryption. Okay, event control, whenever a particular event is happened, I have to change that module into another, that is trigger. Data security, so I am securing the data. So for example, mark should be entered within 0 to 100, that is domain constraint. So furnace 2, and second is 3, and third one is 4, and fourth one is 1. There is no option, there is an error. Okay, so this is the correct one. Usage of preemption and transaction rollback. So preemption and transaction rollback prevents deadlock situation, unauthorized usage of data file preemption. So it will which is used to handle the deadlock situation. So if I am preempting the so preempting and transaction rollback, which is used to deadlock situation, to prevent the deadlock situation. Views are useful for dash unwanted information and for collecting together information from more than one relation into a single view. So that is, views are useful for dash hiding the unwanted information. If I want to see highlighting the one, so if it is an unwanted information, I am hiding that. And for collecting together information from more than one relation into a single view. So views are mainly used to hiding the unwanted information, and I am seeing only the needed one. I already told, no, only I need serial number and phone number from the database. I can using that view command, I can see from the schema. So views are useful for hiding unwanted information and for collecting together information from more than one relation into a single view. Thomas Wright rule is a Thomas Wright rule is a timestamp ordering protocol. So in which order a person should read or write, that is Thomas Wright rule. And this is, I am not clear. So but option C is the correct answer. So the following tuple relational calculus, find all customers who have loan amount more than 12,000. So here amount is greater than 2000. The next one, create is an DDL command, select is a DML command, rectangle year model, and record is a relationship model. So option 4, 3 and 1. So 2. So option 2 is C is the correct answer, right? Option 4, 3, 1 and 2 correct. And here match the following, and which is called as a relationship. Diamond shape is used to represent the relationship, right? And this, okay, this when single line is present in the relationship model, this is called as a many. Okay, this is also many. Okay, here this is many, and here arrow is there, no, 1. So this is many to one relationship, and here this is one is many to many relationship, and this is to one relationship. So whenever arrow is there, that is 1 to 1. So option C is the correct answer. Constraint ensure that a value that appears in one relation for a given set of attributes also appear for certain set of attributes in another relation. So that is called as a referential integrity constraint. So one table you are entering, that's also represented in another relation using the foreign key. That is referential integrity constraint. The SQL expression select distinct T branch name from branch T branches where T dot assert is greater than S dot assert, S dot branch is equal. Same question they asked previously, it is in Delhi. Now the same. All branches that have greater assert than some branch located in Mumbai. Okay. All branches that have greater assert than all branches. Greater assert than some greater assert than all branches in Mumbai. All branches that has greater assert in Mumbai. Any branch that has greater assert than any branch in Mumbai. So this is also same thing, which is all branches that have greater assert than any sum of the branches located in Mumbai. So option A is the correct answer. See, the branch means only one. You will get all the branches, right? So any branch means only one. So no, all the branch names you are getting. Select distinct T branch name from T as where the set is greater than any of the branch which is located in the Mumbai is the correct answer. Yes friends, we have go through all this 100 of questions in DBMS successfully. Just go through it repeatedly and work out by yourself. I will send this PDF also. All the best.